My name's Kevin Shortt, and I'm the lead writer for Watch Dogs. Yeah, it's certainly challenging when you've got an open world game and you want to make sure that you're telling a clear story that players can follow and yet still have the freedom to roam the game at the pace they want. So it takes a lot of coordination with game design, with level design, a lot of back and forth, a lot of iteration. So we start off with an idea of what we think the story will be, and you have to iterate again and again. Once you get the game design in there, once you get the missions in there, you're constantly shifting. And I think the biggest challenge is to make sure that you've got a story that hooks the player, pulls them in, and makes them want to go back to it, but it can't be a story that forces the player to, or rather that discourages the player from enjoying the open world. Because we know that that's what players want, that's what we want. We want players to explore the world, have a feeling that, hey, even though I've got this critical mission that I've got this journey that Aiden's on, I want to follow it, but I wouldn't mind playing some chess. We have to coordinate that. So it's all about making sure that we hook you at the end of a mission just enough to be like, I want to go back and check that out, but first I'm going to play chess. Yeah, Chicago's one of these cities that's very much, it's always, people always talk about Chicago-style politics. It's that kind of mix of politics and a bit of corruption going on. Chicago's had a bit of a history for that, and the themes of Watch Dogs are very much about lies and secrets and the power that comes with secrets. And so Chicago was a great fit for that. Another reason we loved Chicago was the very fact that they have a pretty detailed surveillance system in the city already. When we started the game, they had somewhere around 10,000 cameras that the Chicago police could hook into and just watch for crimes. Now they're up to about 22,000. So for us it fit that this would be a city that would embrace the idea of ctOS, a whole smart city that where everything is, the whole infrastructure is all connected to a central database. Yeah, ctOS is the central operating system that's operating everything in Chicago. So it's fictitious, it's part of our world in Watch Dogs, and it's basically turned Chicago into a smart city. A smart city is really something where you've taken things like the electricity, the water, people's medical records, all their personal details, all centralized into one system, which makes things more efficient. It certainly makes things, it improves people's lives on a very simple level. Your hydro bills go down, your commutes are faster, you can get access to information a lot quicker. But then of course it raises questions about, well, if it's centralized like that, well, who are the people behind that? What's happening on the back end with all that information, and what can be done with that information? How can it be abused? It's quite reflective, I think, of the world we're in.
Right.
We have a lot of, we certainly use a lot of the landmarks. Millennium Park definitely plays a key role. There's key situations that happen there. We made sure that we wanted to get a lot of the landmarks as much as possible. We've got some that are happening right at the base of the Willis Tower, which we'll be checking out later. So yeah, I mean, Chicago has beautiful landmarks, so we had to make sure, if we're in Chicago, if they've got these amazing landmarks, we definitely want to make sure we're making use of them.